Welcome to The Explainer. You know, if you've ever flipped a coin or watched a roulette wheel spin, you've probably felt it. That little voice in your head that says you can predict what's coming next. Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on that feeling because it has a name, the gambler's fallacy.
So picture this. You're standing at a roulette table, and the ball lands on red. Okay. Then it lands on red again, and again. After, say, 9 reds in a row, you can feel this buzz going through the crowd. Everyone's thinking the same thing. There's no way it can happen again.
You know that feeling, right? It's that powerful gut instinct that tells you, hey, after all those reds, black is due. It just feels like it has to happen, like it's a fundamental law of the universe or something.
And that feeling, that certainty that things have to even themselves out, it's incredibly common. But what if I told you that feeling isn't a law of the universe at all? What if it's just a powerful trick our minds play on us when we're looking at pure, random chance?
Okay, so let's dive into it. That gut feeling, it actually has a name, the gambler's fallacy. We're going to break down exactly what it is and, more importantly, why our brains fall for this trick so easily.
So, at its absolute core, the fallacy is the idea that there's some kind of cosmic force out there keeping a tally, trying to make sure everything stays balanced. But here's the thing, in a truly random game, there's no one keeping score.
So whenever you hear someone at the table say, oh, black is definitely due, or come on, red can't possibly keep hitting, what you're really hearing is the gambler's fallacy out loud. It's this deep-seated belief that the wheel somehow remembers what happened before and is actively trying to correct itself.
All right, so what's the truth? What's really going on here? Well, it all comes down to a really simple, but honestly a game-changing idea in probability. It's called independence.
This is it. This is the whole ballgame right here. Independence means that the past has absolutely zero, and I mean zero influence on the future. Every single spin of that wheel is a brand new event. It's a clean slate, totally disconnected from whatever happened a second ago.
Just think of it like this. The wheel has no memory. The little ball flying around isn't trying to be fair or make up for the past. And the odds? They reset completely, every single time.
Let's just look at the cold, hard numbers for a second. On a standard European roulette wheel, you've got 37 pockets. 18 of them are red. So the probability that the ball lands on red on any given spin is 18 out of 37. That's it.
Okay, so here it is. The big question. The one our intuition totally messes up. After that unbelievable, mind-bending streak of 10 straight reds, what are the odds that the next spin is also red? You guessed it, it's exactly the same, 18 out of 37. The probability just resets. The wheel doesn't know there was a streak. It doesn't care. That long history feels incredibly important to us, but to the wheel, it literally never even happened.
So, if the math is that simple, why is this fallacy so powerful? Why does it feel so counterintuitive, almost wrong, to accept that the odds don't change?
Well, the answer is hardwired right into our brains. We are pattern-seeking machines. We evolved to find connections, to see cause and effect. And look, that's a superpower for survival in most situations. But when you put us in front of true, independent randomness, that same superpower leads us completely astray.
See, we expect randomness to look, well, balanced. We think it should be a nice, neat mix of red, then black, then red. But the reality is that true randomness, especially in the short term, is really lumpy. It's full of streaks and weird clusters. That long run of reds isn't a sign that something's broken. It's actually a sign that the randomness is working perfectly.
This right here is the perfect way to think about it. The word due is a feeling. It's a psychological label that we put on the situation. It's not a mathematical reality. For something to actually be due, some physical force would have to exist to make it more likely to happen. And in roulette, that force just isn't there.
So, if our brains are basically set up to get this wrong, and the whole casino environment seems designed to encourage it, what's the only real way to win?
I mean, casinos are pretty brilliant because they don't even have to teach you the fallacy. The game itself does it for them. You ever see those big electronic boards showing the last 20 results? That's not helpful data. It's a psychological trap designed to make your pattern-seeking brain go into overdrive and see trends that just have no meaning.
And this is exactly why pretty much every betting system you've ever heard of is guaranteed to fail in the long run. It doesn't matter if you're doubling your bet after a loss or waiting for a streak to end, they're all built on the same broken idea, that you can use the past to predict a random future.
and you just can't.
So, the only real win here isn't about beating the house. It's about getting a powerful new tool for your own mind. When you truly understand independence, you're free. You're free from false expectations, and you can finally see the game for exactly what it is, just a series of disconnected, random events.
And that really gets to the heart of it. The goal isn't to find some secret that makes roulette predictable. It's to see it clearly. And that clarity, that understanding of how randomness actually works, is a way more valuable prize.
And that's our explainer for today. Because this fallacy, it doesn't just hang out in casinos. You see it with investors who think a stock that's been falling is due for a rebound, or sports fans who are convinced their team can't possibly lose a fourth game in a row. So the next time you catch yourself thinking something is due to happen, just remember that roulette wheel. It has no memory, and neither does pure chance.